Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with another ZENLESS Zone Zero video, and it's been a couple days since I dropped a ZZZ video. My other channel's been popping off with the release of Sword of Convallaria, but it's the first of the month, which means Sensor Tower has released its Gacha revenue numbers, and y'all look. The ZENLESS Zone Zero haters are probably not going to know what to do with this. Actually, no, they will figure something out. They will figure some way of discrediting the numbers that we're seeing today. If you don't know what I'm talking about, here you go. Here is your earnings for Gacha games from Sensor Tower for last month. And you see ZENLESS Zone Zero, which dropped last month, $96 million. 96 million, more than doubling up Love in Deep Space, which is in second, and then almost tripling up Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail. Now, I'm definitely not demeaning the Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail accomplishments here, because like those are still big numbers, but oh my, Honkai Star Rail dropped from 95.5 to 35.5. That's quite the dip. Now, I'm not as tuned in to what's going on over there in Honkai, but 96 million beats the very impressive 95.5 million that Honkai Star Rail was sitting on last month in first place. So big month for ZENLESS Zone Zero. If you want to break it down by region, some people were saying, oh man, ZZZ's already like not doing good in China. 66 mil. 66 mil in China, another 30 million globally. And the thing here is like, I'll jump back into my account. I've spent what, like 50 bucks, 60. I think I've spent a total of like 60 some dollars in the game, maybe 70. Like, I have not had to whale. It's pulling big numbers, and it's a game where I don't feel like you need to be whaling, because who are you competing with? Just yourself, right? So I've really been impressed with that. Another thing I wanted to mention before I forget today, and I'm happy I remembered it is the first of the month, as previously mentioned. So you could go to, and the easiest way for me to get there, the Signal shop, and you can get your monthly Fading Signal purchases again today. So make sure to pick up your 5 encrypted master tapes. Make sure to pick up your 5 regular master tapes, and we'll do those pulls here in a minute. Those are the 40% offers. Then make sure to pick up your 5 50% off Boopons. So big day, first of the month, get all those resets taken care of. Right here, obviously nothing, and then here, yeah, we're chilling, just kind of waiting for the next stuff to drop. One thing that I have really loved about ZZZ, and this is something the development team even mentioned, is like for the last 3 or 4 days, I've been so focused on other games, and here we'll do some polls while I'm just chatting it up. I've been so focused on other games that like I've just logged in every day and kind of done my dailies, farmed out my energy, which I still have to do today, and then moved on, and it's been just fine. Like, that is an absolutely fine way to play this game when you're caught up. That's a development choice, and I think it's something that's going to keep a lot of players around long term. The fact that you don't have to come in here for more than like 4 or 5 minutes a day, and like you can feel like you accomplish your thing and just keep going. And I have loved that. Okay, let's see if the polls we just bought can get us anything. I am on the electric boo right here. One of the reasons I switched to him is it's one of the bang boos that I have not built an electric bang boo of any kind. It looks like I'm not gonna be building one after this poll either, but we'll see which ones I got. I'm using 2 S rank bang boos. Obviously the Butler for my ice team, and I'm using the fire bang boo for my fire team. For my ether team, I'm actually just using the A rank, the devil boo, and it's been just fine. It's been just fine. So that's been great. Let's see here. We'll skip the rest of that because I think I saw both the A's. Okay, so there we go. Confirm that. And then I got one more. Let's hit it. One more single here. We're approaching pity. So my thought is I'll just move on to a bang boo I haven't built yet, which would be the lightning one. And that's why I'm building that one right there. Okay, those polls are done. Let's do our stable channel polls. We got 8 singles to do. I'm very tempted to just round that to 10 and do a multi. For content, should we multi it for content? No, I'm not. I have been very disciplined in my ZENLESS Zone Zero play, and it has paid off big time. Now, there's plenty of A ranks I still need, especially because I got a Juyuan. I got her in 1 multi, so I didn't hit any A rank dupes on that. I literally think I only got the S rank and everything else was Bs. So I didn't, there's plenty of A rank stuff I still need to go find out there in the world. Okay, guaranteed A rank right here. We're still 39 away from the guaranteed S rank, but we're at least going to cash in an A. Nicole. 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 Hey, we spoke it into life. So there's a Nicole. Been using a lot of her lately. So love to get that. 5 more polls to do. Let's keep them rolling. Then we'll talk about money making again. I will briefly, for the people who watch this channel or watch me for multiple games, I will go over the other games that I play and cover and show you that they're still hanging in there. Even War of the Visions is still keeping alive. As far as the Genshin Impact numbers go, like, I feel like Genshin is just never going away. And when I say never, I mean, it's sort of like League of Legends, where it's iconic to the scene. Like, League is an iconic game to MOBAs. There's such a dedicated fan base of people who will just, like, keep it alive. I think Genshin Impact is that same sort of thing for gacha games, where it probably is going to have... I don't know that we'll see a truly, like, terrible month for Genshin for a really long time. The amount of games that have supposed to have been Genshin killers, and it's still up there in the top 5 every month in gacha revenue, is crazy. So I might not like Genshin Impact, but I can certainly respect it for that. I would love an S. We're gonna just no S rank these polls. A, good lord, the only A I got was the guarantee. That's rough. Anyway, let's pull those numbers back up. Let's look at those for a second. Please, let's look at those for a second. There we go. Okay, so this is the split regions, right? So let's go back to the combined. Here's ZENLESS Zone Zero at the top. Let's look for other games that we've been interested in, or people that follow me have been interested in. Honkai Star Rail, obviously with this massive plummet, I'm still not worried about it, because even though it's a massive drop off, it dropped back to Genshin Impact level. It's in 4th place. Like, Hoyoverse is 1, 3, and 4 right here. Now, Wuthering Waves is an interesting one. It dropped from 46.3 to 29.5. You can survive at 29.5. I think Wuthering Waves is going to hold on. It's like a top 10 gacha game for a really long time. There's a lot to like there. I just had a hard time playing it as a side game because it took too long to, like, do the dailies and stuff. And people, like, have, you know, said plenty about that, but that's my thought there. Here's an interesting one. Uma Musume Pretty Derby. I've told you guys this a lot. I don't know what channel I was talking about it on, but when I was in Japan for 2 weeks, everybody plays this game. There are so many people playing Uma Musume Pretty Derby in Japan, and it's coming to global. It's a several-year-old game, but you can see it still cleans up in Japan pretty well every month. So I bet you this pops off a little bit in global. You literally raise horse girls and race them, and, like, yeah. Yep, that's the game. I don't know. I tried to download it and play it in Japanese. I couldn't do it, but I also couldn't read the words. So, you know, there's that. Okay, let's look for other things we're interested in here. AFK Journey hanging in there at 5 million. AFK Journey, it's been a long, like, the thing with AFK Journey for me, I was so into that game for a while. And then, like, the first update, there was almost, like, so much there, but the banner releases were so slow, and they released the A rank character coming out with, like, S rank pity, and I had to, like, I went hard for him, and it just, like, crushed my soul a little bit, and it made me just not want to play the game anymore. It's one of the few times I've ever just pulled till I didn't want to play anymore, and I like have not had the desire to pick AFK Journey back up again. And I revisit other gacha games all the time, but that one I haven't felt the need. Okay, let's look for other ones that we've talked about on our channels before. Ever Crisis, still doing good. 2.3 million to 2.3 million. Good game. Happy to see a Square Enix game, especially a Final Fantasy VII Square Enix game, just chilling, making good money every month. Excellent. I'm a huge Square Enix fanboy. Everybody knows that. They don't have their gacha games quite figured out the way that, like, Hoyo or some of these other gacha game companies do, but their biggest games are single player offline games. Like, let's be real. So I do want to keep them in the gacha scene. I'm happy to see Ever Crisis still hanging in there. Persona 5 Phantom X. Now, this is a game that's coming to America at least pretty soon. It's still making okay money, so that's good to see. If this was all the way down towards the bottom already, I wouldn't even consider picking it up on my channel. As it is, I'm still probably not going to pick it up on any of my channels. Here's War of the Visions. Went from 1.5 million to 1.2 million. So still in that 7-figure category. Here's the thing I want to mention when I'm talking about War of the Visions or any of these other games that are mobile only. War of the Visions is only on mobile, right? You can't play this game on PC. There's no PC client. So this is what they're making. With ZENLESS Zone Zero, or Honkai Star Rail, you know how much money I've spent mobily on ZENLESS Zone Zero? Nothing. There's a PC client for this game. I play it on the PC client. So I don't even think PC purchases are reflected in this 96 million, which means these earnings are probably well north of 100 million, if that's correct. So anyway, I'm happy to see War of the Visions still clearing $1 million. It's more than half of that for the War of the Visions people out there is JP. If we scroll down here, War of the Visions JP is 800K, which it went 800K to 800K, and then War of the Visions right here, global, went from 700K to 400K. So I know some War of the Visions global people have been bailing. I obviously feel that on my main channel in a big way as people are looking for something else to play. A lot of them have moved to Sword of Convallaria, so I'm excited to see where Sword of Convallaria lands. But with a game, with games, Sword of Convallaria, for example, you could play on Steam, you could play on PC, you could play on iOS, Android, all the different things. A lot of its earnings, especially since it runs a lot of its revenue from its online store and even offers a discount, will probably not show up really well on Sensor Tower. So just keep in mind that this isn't always the most accurate representation of everything. And there we go. Okay. Guys, thank you for watching. More ZENLESS Zone Zero content on this channel for sure once I have something to talk about. We do have some new characters coming out, so I'll probably talk about them a lot once they're a little bit closer. Either way, keep playing, y'all. Keep having fun, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.